For decades, John Travolta has been one of Hollywood's most beloved and recognizable stars, a man whose charm, talent, and resilience have made him a legend across generations. But now, at 71, Travolta is finally opening up about the truth behind his life's most painful moments, the hidden struggles he carried behind closed doors, and the emotional battles that shaped his journey. And what he has revealed is leaving fans absolutely heartbroken. John Travolta's career began like a rocket. From Saturday Night Fever to Grease, he became an overnight sensation, an icon of the late 70s whose dancing, charisma, and undeniable screen presence made him a global superstar. But while millions adored him, very few knew the emotional weight he carried even during the peak of his fame. Behind the lights, the applause, and the roles that defined a generation, Travolta was already grappling with personal heartbreak that would follow him throughout his life. His first devastating loss came in 1977 when his girlfriend, actress Diana Hyland, passed away from breast cancer at just 41 years old. Travolta was only 23. It was a moment that shattered him, one that he rarely spoke about publicly. But now, he admits that the grief from that tragedy shaped who he became as a man and taught him that fame offered no protection from real pain. Years later, Travolta faced what he has called the darkest moment of his life, the tragic death of his son, Jet, in 2009. Speaking now, Travolta reveals that losing Jet changed him in ways he never expected. He admits he struggled with loneliness, anger, and overwhelming sorrow. And for the first time, he is acknowledging just how close he came to stepping away from Hollywood completely. He says that returning to work after Jet's death felt impossible, that every set, every script, every camera reminded him of what he had lost. But Travolta credits his daughter, Ella, and his son, Benjamin, for pulling him through the darkness. "They saved my life," he shares quietly. "They gave me a reason to keep going." But the heartbreak didn't end there. In 2020, Travolta faced yet another devastating loss, the passing of his wife of nearly 30 years, actress Kelly Preston. Privately, he says it was like losing a piece of himself. Preston had been his partner, his anchor, and the mother of his children. She had carried him through trauma and triumph, and suddenly she was gone. Travolta reveals that the months after her passing were some of the loneliest of his life. He felt adrift, unsure of who he was without the woman who had stood beside him for 3 decades. He rarely left home, choosing instead to stay close to his children, embracing the role of father more deeply than ever before. But now, at 71, John Travolta says he has finally found a sense of peace. He says he has learned that grief never leaves, but it changes, softens, becomes something you carry with strength instead of fear. And he admits something that fans long suspected, that his career, his fame, and his success were never what defined him. What mattered most were the people he loved, and the memories that shaped him. Today, Travolta is focused on his children, on living with intention, and on honoring the people he has lost. He says he's no longer chasing the spotlight. Instead, he's embracing whatever life brings next with gratitude, resilience, and a heart touched by both joy and profound sorrow. His story reminds us all that even the brightest stars face the darkest nights. And through it all, John Travolta continues to shine, quietly, gracefully, and with a truth that is finally being told.